OMG, you are so fat. I cannot believe your house looks that way. My house is perfectly spotless. You're really gonna give your kid that to eat? Really? Your child stays up until like midnight? What kind of mom are you? Dear, I don't think you should be nursing at 18 months old. I think that you should probably let the baby start weaning itself, away from the boobs. You don't want them to be attached to boobies for the rest of their life. Some of those accents were totally weird. Welcome to another episode of Dear Shaylee. Today I'm titling this video Dealing with Haters because that is exactly what Sarah asked me over Twitter. She simply asked me, how do you deal with the haters? You don't need to be a YouTuber and publicly put your life out there for these things to apply to you. You can just be having conflict in your life, which is pretty much 99.9% of you guys. Yes, I get nasty comments here on YouTube. I also get them in real life though, from strangers that I don't know and sometimes even family, sadly. So here's just a few of my tips on how to deal with the haters. Number one, stay true to yourself, you guys. What these people are saying about you or what they are accusing you of or saying that you do too much of or too little of is not what's defining you. And you have to remember that everybody in the world is gonna have their own opinion of you. Some people are gonna love you, some people are gonna hate you. You can't please everybody, and that's just like the fact of the matter of it going into it. A lot of people ask me all the time, like, do you have any advice for YouTube? I'm still working on this myself, but you really have to have a backbone because people will find the smallest things to judge you on and to talk badly about you. When you're putting your personal life out there and all the details of your life and you're sharing that stuff with people, people feel like they have the opportunity and people feel like they have the place to tell you how to raise your family sometimes. And they think that because they see 30 minutes of your life a day, that they know everything about you. It's not like that, of course, but you have to understand that that's where people are coming from. So if you are somebody that can handle criticism very well, I would definitely think and pray about starting YouTube before you do, because you're definitely gonna find it here. There's a lot of times when I'm reading comments here on YouTube and I'm just like, is what this person saying true? Like sometimes I'll just get crazy people that want to just say whatever the heck they want to say. Sometimes I will get constructive criticism, but when it comes to like the accusatory, blaming comments like, you're such a terrible mom and you are absolutely disgusting of a human being, and most recently somebody told me that they hope that God doesn't bless me with a second kid. Those kind of comments are the ones that can definitely destroy you if you don't know who you are. So in those moments for me, sometimes I'll go to David and I'll be like, David, is this who I am? Like sometimes when I'm feeling really low, I ask him and he'll just be like, that's something that you need to work on. Or he'll be like, no, that person's crazy. So that's going into my second point. Surround yourself with people and with friends and family, whoever that may be in your life, who love you and care about you. They're also willing to give you constructive criticism. When I say that, I mean, if there's something that you need to work on in your personal life, they will share that with you. They will do it out of love. They will never be like, girl, you have gained way too much weight lately. What the heck have you been doing? You're a failure at life. Instead, they'll be like, hey, so you wanna go exercise with me tomorrow at the gym? There are definitely nice ways to say things, people. If you're one of those people who just says whatever the heck they wanna say all the time, just think before you speak. If you don't want it said to you, then don't say it to somebody else. But having that environment of friends and family that support you and love you, they'll tell you the truth, but they'll also tell you when someone's being crazy. Those are good people to have. Number three is to ignore it as best as you can. Don't fuel the fire. Don't fan the flame. A lot of the time when people are hating on you or being mean, they really want you to retaliate. They want to see how you respond. So being able to ignore it as best as you can will definitely help you in the long run. Now, if this isn't something that's like over the internet and it's face to face, it's a little bit more hard to ignore things like that. So if somebody's accusing you or being hateful face to face, this is gonna sound so cliche, but just kill them with kindness. Don't retaliate in a mean way. Don't retaliate in a hateful way. Don't retaliate with saying like, F you! I know it's hard, you guys, okay? Because you want to stand up for yourself. You want to stick up for yourself. And I'm not saying let them walk all over you, but I am saying some of those things, actually most of the things that people are probably coming up to you about and accusing you of aren't true. So therefore it's not worth it. It's really not worth it to fight over. I would recommend sitting down with your friend one-on-one and talking about your friendship that way. But when it comes to somebody coming up to you and just being like hateful and accusatory, you really don't need to stay in that situation. Just walk away from it, or say something nice and walk away. The more that you fight back, the more they're gonna fight back, and it's really gonna get you nowhere. Because you have to understand something, no matter what you say, or no matter what you do, these people that hate you are always gonna find something bad or wrong about you. You could give them $1 million and a pat on the back, and they would still be like, that $1 million she gave me was way too crinkly. You're not gonna be able to please everybody, that's for sure. There's this one thing that my dad used to tell me all the time growing up, and lately it has just resonated within me because of the fact that now I'm on YouTube, and in the beginning I never really dealt with hateful comments, but you know, the more exposure you get and the more videos you produce, the more you're gonna be surrounded with that. He always told me there's always gonna be someone that loves you and there's always gonna be somebody that hates you. If nobody hates you, then you're doing something wrong. I absolutely believe in that. In this channel, I don't always talk about the things that people want to hear, and I'm very open and real and honest. So therefore, there's always going to be somebody that's like, you're sharing too much of your life, or you're not sharing enough. You just have to realize if nobody hates you, you're doing something wrong. That means that you haven't stood up for something. That means that you don't have a passion. It means you don't have a dream or a goal, because we're going to be faced with so many obstacles in our life. So it's important to remember that. Keep your eyes on the goal. Walk toward it, and ignore these people over here that are whispering things about you, and ignore these people over here that are throwing stones at you. These people aren't perfect. These people aren't perfect. You're not perfect. And I think the best thing that you can do in these situations where you're dealt with hate is to remember who you are, surround yourself with the greatest people in your life that you could possibly have, and to ignore it the best that you can. If you agree with those tips, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear any additional tips that you guys have. I know some of you that are watching these videos have been bullied before. Some of you have dealt with real attacks. I'm with you guys there. I definitely went through a season of my life where I went through some really hard bullying and attacks. They're just memories that aren't pleasant and that you don't want to remember. But when I look back on my past, I really can see how it's shaped who I am today and shaped my future. And even though I'm sensitive to criticism and comments from other people that aren't so very nice, I know my backbone is getting stronger. If you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. If you have any more requests for any Dear Shaylee videos, please leave them down in the comments below, or you can find me on Twitter or Facebook, and we will see you in our next video. Bye guys. What's in my diaper bag? And my purse is pretty much my diaper bag. My diaper bag's my purse. So the things that are gonna be in here, I feel like they're gonna be really random, really crazy, and probably not make any sense at all. But I decided to keep it in its raw and most pure form, so I did not go through my diaper bag. I don't even know what the heck is in there. So that will give you the most realistic to what my real life is like.